Today, before each of you, I do stand with what's left of my faith in my own hometown, in my own homeland. I've been crying out for justice for so many years. Still, no one really takes seriously my complaints or even wants to see my tears. I'm a presidential candidate for the nation for which I have been born and lived. Yet, my voice to their ears, they will not let me give. I stand before you today because I take it very seriously. The lives that have before me, I've had to see fall away. I stand before you because even right now, no one really wants to hear what I have to say. I don't smile because it's a comical moment. I smile because I have to smile through and past my tears. I've been crying out for justice for so many years. Yet, I live below substandard conditions. I'm denied proper medical care. Media and other venues silence me everywhere. Today I stand before you. I'm still crying out for justice. Today I stand before you because justice I really do seek. I stand before you holding on to what is left of my faith. Today, I pray for something miracle, something miraculous to come my way. I pray that someone will hear my petitions and my prayers. I pray that the complaints that I have filed in so many layers will not go unnoticed, and that no shame will come to my name. I pray that someone will realize this is not a game. I pray that I too receive justice and equality in the land for which I have been born. I pray that as Joshua and the others blew their trumpet, someone will hear my horn. I stand alone so many days. And so many times it's as if no one really wants to hear me. But I do not speak to deaf ears, neither do I walk among blinded eyes. I walk among people who are stiff-necked and do not want to answer my cries. I ask you today to give me a call to let me know that you are concerned about me. Walk with me in my plight for justice. See to it that my liberty is taken seriously. My name is Reverend Pamela M. Pinckney Butts. I'm a fivefold preacher in the United States of America, in the city of Cleveland, in Cuyahoga County, in the state of Ohio. I am a presidential candidate for the United States of America, and my campaign is not being shown purposely by the Federal Elections Commission as well as the Federal Communications Commission. I've had my Federal Elections Commission number, my campaign number, since March 5th of 2015. And in my conversations with not only the Federal Elections Commission and the Federal Communications Commission, but also in Cuyahoga County, they're saying to me that they're not going to do anything to correct the damages that they have caused and have been causing me for not only my voting process, but my presidential campaign. This is my third campaign for the presidential seat. My ballot disappeared in 2004 under George Bush's so-called last term, and my ballot disappeared in 2008 under Barack Obama's so-called first term. Right now, I'm living in very seriously below substandard conditions. when my family has been one of the pivotal families of this country to establish this country and to maintain it. I'm living below substandard conditions where police reports are being denied, altered, rejected, and destroyed under the Cleveland Police Department, where the Department of Justice, United States Department of Justice, is fully aware of the situation. So is the United States Supreme Court, as well as the other courts from the federal, state, and local capacities. I'm living under below substandard conditions from a slum landlord by the name of Jimmy L. Pope Sr., who, when I moved into this unit, as he calls it, from a homeless shelter after reporting domestic violence and other forms of abuse taken against me, my children and me, Mr. Pope passed out my keys to tenants and told them things about me that he should not have said about me. The first year I moved in here, my birth certificate, my Indiana state ID, my social security card, and my sermons were stolen out of here. The first year, which was in 2006. That's only a portion of this story. And it's not a story Jeff Johnson, as in a fairy tale or a fable. Cleveland City Councilman Jeffrey D. Johnson. This is happening under your watch. Building and Housing has not given me the reports that I've been requesting, where they have actually seen violations where I live, but don't document all of them and submit them so that they can be used in court on my behalf. On next Tuesday, Judge Raymond L. Pianca has conspired with my landlord as well as his affiliates of New Band Management, Land Servant Incorporated, Pennywise Trust, Eden Incorporated, Connections Mental Health Agency, the Cleveland Police Department, and some others, to not only make me homeless again, but to see to it that I get prosecuted for being a vexatious litigator for the complaints that I have filed that have never been heard in the court of law, but I've been getting bills for cases that have never been heard and told that there's no merit to any of my complaints. Keep in mind, I was beat up by Don Marlowe Sillette, who works for the city of Cleveland, who's related to the former Congressman Louis Stokes, who recently passed, the former Judge Angela R. Stokes, who was removed from the bench, and the former police commander Anthony Stokes, who was the commander in the district where I was living during some of these horrible situations, and my civil protection was not enforced. Not only is that a part of this, but there are other aspects of this that I won't share right now publicly because I don't want to embarrass my children or some of my other family members or some people who do genuinely care about me. But right now I'm fighting for my safety. I'm fighting for my rights, and I'm fighting for my voice not only to be heard, but I'm also fighting for the integrity of the United States of America, because currently, as you see, I'm multiracial. As you see, I am a female, naturally born female. As you see, and as you are hearing, I am a Christian. As you hear, I am a preacher. As you hear, I am a presidential candidate. I believe there's good in each one of the political parties, and that's why I'm a multi-partisan presidential candidate. However, Cuyahoga County Board of Elections says they're not going to put my name on that ballot. Doesn't matter what I do. They claim they don't know this and they don't know that, but other people come through and they know things. You know, I could smile and make you think that there's some comedy to this, but it's not. America is the country that is to be the role model for other countries. And people flee from their countries and their nations to come here. But this is what I'm receiving. I've been beat up by the Cleveland police. I've been beat up and tortured by Cuyahoga County Sheriff's deputies. I have been beat up and had some horrible things happen to me by Marion County, Indiana Police Department, and Marion County, Indianapolis Indiana Police Department in Marion County, Indianapolis, Indiana, sheriff's deputies, courts, etc. The jacked up thing about this is it's not just happening in one place, it's happening to me all over this country. They have me marked and labeled. They actually gave me a suicide blanket and told me to kill myself after they tortured me during Barack Obama's first election, 1 month before it happened, where my vote was not counted and I did not vote for him, I voted for myself. I was told that I could do whatever I wanted to do with my ballot because it's my ballot, and that's what I did. When I went there to find out what happened to my ballot, Jane Platten, under the leadership of Timothy J. McGinney and Bill Mason and that crew, had me locked up and said I was bothering them just by asking about my ballot. And then tried to make it seem like I never voted, and they had me voting somewhere in Beechwood, Ohio. If I voted at all, we had to find that. Betty Edwards in the Board of Elections said she found my envelope but couldn't find my ballot after I had gotten out of being locked up. Now let me talk to you about the health aspect of this. Please tell me why the health department, Eden Corporation, and all these other agencies, HUD and all these other programs, have been exchanging money with Jimmy L. Pope Sr., Pennywise Trust, Cleveland Municipal Court, New Band Management, and these other agencies at the expense of my safety. And then get in court and say there's never been any violations. I got kicked out of a church, Shiloh Temple House of God, because I had bed bugs crawling off of me from Mr. Pope having bugs in the building and not telling people that he has them in the building, but still renting the units out. Please tell me why my criminal mischief report that I finally got earlier this year still has not been followed through against Jimmy L. Pope Sr. But instead, next week, they have been permitting him to file a retaliatory eviction against me. My cases never get heard in court. They've been permitting him to file for a possible restraining order against me after he passed out my keys and has been violating me. And they're preparing to allow him to do a forcible entry against me when I'm the one who filed the complaints, but they're making it look like I'm the problem now. And on top of that, Judge Kathleen Ann Satula has dismissed my cases again without my matter ever being heard, and I had to hear from somebody that she said there's no merit to any of them. After she saw the stack of police reports, that I have filed, and had the nerve to sneer at me. I'm going to stop here because I really do need some assistance. And then they want to split hairs with me in the system, saying that what these things that are happening to me are civil. This is supposed to be civilized behavior, I guess, in their eyes. I guess they got a little mind problem going on there, so that I won't get a lawyer. But then they say that what I'm doing is a violation against them. They say I can't sue the police, but the police can sue me. There's they. Who was they? Dad, who was they? I can give you the list. Anybody who wants the list. Feel free to go to the court dockets. Federal, state, local, however you decide to do it. You need to see this mess. This is live. It's not Memorex. And I called Senator Sherrod Brown's office this morning and Congresswoman Marsha L. Fudge's office this morning. I need not tell you the response I got. I am a presidential candidate for the United States of America. Rob Frost, whoever you're, because you are supporting the person that you're supporting, doesn't give you the right to block me and my campaign. The same goes for the rest of you. You claim you don't have any say-so over the Republican or any decisions for the Board of Elections, but you're over the Republican aspect of it. to see to it that the person that you want gets in. But then you cringe when you see me coming. James Platten, I don't care where you move, you cannot hide from God, honey. Because he sees everything you do. Touch not God's anointed and do his proper tests. No harm. You and your racism, it'll catch up with you. Trust that and believe it. The same with you, the director of the Legal Aid Society, Colleen Cotter. I'm heterosexual, I'm not homosexual, and I have a right to do that. And I have a right to maintain it, sustain it, and live on it. Now, if you're gay and you want to promote all that, that's on you. I don't have anything to do with it. That doesn't give you the right to deny me legal counsel. Now, as for you judges who are in this mess in an effort to murder me, James Payne, and if you're still alive, Timothy Flanagan, Larry Jones, and Eileen Gallagher, and should I call the roll? God have mercy upon you. When you dig one ditch, you need to dig two, because the one you dig for me might just end up being for you.